Siggraph is the biggest computer graphics conference out there, basically.
It's a more technical conference. A lot of professionals are looking for developments in computer graphics.
For a week, there's just everybody gathers there. So whether or not you have even access to the conference, it doesn't really matter. You're there, things are happening, and if you know some people, there's always some kind of event going on where you can just drop by in some kind of hotel lobby or whatever.
And like everybody somehow they are involved in this industry, and there are people that work in studios, there are developers, researchers, artists.
And there's something about being in a place where there's so many people from the industry that might already use Blender, maybe have heard of Blender, and then have now a place where they can drop by and then talk about it.
Blender was at Siggraph for the first time in the 90s, but the conference exists since much earlier, I think the 80s. So maybe earlier.
It's a pretty big square.
It is pretty big, bigger than Annecy.
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure. It's like 4 times Annecy.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same as what we had. I think the furniture was nicer last time.
Yeah.
It looks very corporate.
It is very, yeah.
So at the Blender booth, there will be a couple of workstations, as well as an iPad where Blender is running on, which is pretty exciting.
We're going to be demoing the iPad there. I think also demo some of the story tools.
I will hopefully most of the time just be standing around at the booth, demoing Blender, talking to Blender users.
And you engage with a lot of people that way. And people like it that we are visible.
If I click new, will it extension?
This is panel by panel. We start from the bottom, just go the way up. There's total 84 panels altogether. So then the rest is just cabling. Cabling and mapping.
Right here, as you can see, is a massive LED screen. If you look on the other side, that's where the magic happens. It's where all the videos, demos, and other content will be shown. We're currently setting up the system here, instructing everybody to make sure what buttons not to push.
So whatever's on the right is live on the screen.
Whatever's on the right is live
on the screen.
live on this screen,
Yeah.
and whatever's on the left
the
is
staging area.
exactly. So we have like a 12-hour tech check day to just downscale that image, and then we're set up. I think my computer can handle it. We are cool and done.
Okay.
We know how the thing mostly works for the most part.
Awesome.
And that's enough.
Okay.
I am like a technical director at the Blender studio. And yeah, I just help out and I do things. I help people make movies. That's what I do. I mainly work on the tool set for like the studio pipeline tools. My entire career now, which is programming, is based on me diving inside of Blender and learning how it's all made. And that's how I learned how to program. So this is my first time at Siggraph, actually. I've never been to Vancouver. It's like an honor to be here, like representing Blender and trying to get, I'm just walking around and saying, hey, do you use Blender in your pipeline? Would you like to learn more about how to use Blender in your pipeline?
We're back at Siggraph 2025 in Vancouver. And in 99, summer of 99, I had my first Siggraph experience.
Siggraph was one of these really pivotal moments for him and for Blender.
I was nervous as hell, but I thought everybody would start making fun of us because look at that stupid little Blender thing.
For him, it was like the kind of the first experience of reaching out to the industry, going, on the other side of the world with this little software that he was developing and actually showing it to people.
And people were coming by our booth and taking the CDs with them and said, wow, this is so fantastic. So now there is free software, a little 3D tool that we can use for free.
I think pretty much every year, ever since he's been attending, it's kind of like a ritual, a yearly ritual.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't expect to run into you so early. Would it be possible to get a picture with you?
Of course, that's why I'm
man.
here.
Oh,
That's why I walk.
that'd be awesome, man.
Some shot.
Hey, one more.
People love having Blender stickers to put on their laptops, their iPads. We buy them by the roll, like one of those arcades, you know, when you hit big in the arcade. But it's very convenient to already pre-cut them.
Whatever is free, people will take it. So the pins and the stickers, they will just fly. So,
Is this why everyone get Blender? Because it's free.
Mine talks on Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I'm not sure, and I'm now
Gotta check.
open my calendar and look. I did put in a calendar though.
Yeah, we have 4 labs in total. Sebren alone is doing 2. Then I'm doing 1, and Nick, who's coming from Toronto, is doing 1 about the Blender Studio pipeline.
Finishing the files for the iPad demo. My original idea was to have it with a light theme. Every other file has the original dark theme. So now I'm rolling back my changes to use the dark theme file.
say, well, do you want to have a Blender demo? Or do you want to talk to Blender artists or Blender developers about things? Here we are. Use us. We are here for you. Have to practice.
We are about to open the Blender booth in about like 10 minutes. We got our giant, beautiful video display.
So it's really, really good visible.
It's hard to measure the impact that you actually have by having a booth there, because you talk to so many people that might end up contributing to Blender code or contributing to Blender financially.
It's like throwing money away, right? And every euro and dollar that you throw away, for me, feels like a Blender user who gave us money, and we have to be very thoughtful in how are we going to spend their money on things. Are we going to spend that on a ridiculous thing like a booth at Siggraph? It's really hidden. You have to look a lot.
Hi, I am Francesco. I am from, I'm from Italy, but I live in Amsterdam for many years. I work at Blender together with Ton. I'm CEO at Blender. Today, for a change, I do a bit of talking, right? Because usually you do this part of talking about what's happening with Blender and so on. One thing I wanted to say is that it's so interesting to see people from everywhere, all sorts of different backgrounds, knowing that Blender is so much more than just, animation. So that's like always so nice and refreshing to see, and I can never get tired of it. And then the most important part is a presentation round. Everyone can stand up, they have a microphone, and in like 5 seconds they can say who they are and what they do. So basically you find out everyone who's in the room, who they are. And then you can hang out and talk to each other, and it's more easy to meet people and to be like, oh, I want to talk to this person. That sounds very interesting what they do.
You get such a boost of all the stories you hear there.
I was, except for the person that I came with, I really didn't say anything to anybody the entire day until I got to the Blender Foundation meeting, and then I was talking to everybody. I'm a big advocate for Blender. I'm a retired music teacher, and I only did that for half time, so I don't have a lot of money. For me to be able to be creative and do what I want to do, Blender is crucial because I can afford it, and it can do almost anything.
I mean, you feel free, like always having access to those tools. It's a fundamental different way of looking at everything.
The community is like great, and so for beginner 3D artists or anybody, it's just an amazing place to learn. There's so many like help groups and like online forums.
That was where I first started learning 3D. I deleted the cube and then I brought the cube back in because I needed it.
It's funny to see a very broad range of people coming to here with different interests. It's pretty cool to have Blender provide for all of them, you know, all kinds of different things.
I'm doing a lab that is like how to build your Blender pipeline in 30 minutes. It's cool stuff. I hope that after my lab, people come up to me and say, I'm actually making a project and I'm going to use this thing. And then they tell me how I can make it better for them. We relaunched Blender, right? Thumbs up for a lot of you? Great.
Most of my time was spent doing business meetings, fostering our business relationships. This usually involves walking into a hotel, sitting into a conference room and having a 1-hour conversation and then walking out and then going to the next. It's a very important moment where we can actually meet face to face to discuss things that maybe you would not want to write in an email or discuss in a phone call. It's just like a more personal relationship that you build. Getting to the next step where studios understand that it's useful to actually invest and support the Blender project, that is something that is still very challenging to do.
It is never possible to connect an immediate result. But in hindsight, if you look back, every time when we do Siggraph, it confirms and strengthens the relationship we have with the industry.
I initially started doing it with Ton, shadowing him in many meetings, always, I would say, with the intention to also let everyone know that it's not him alone running the business and like taking care of these aspects, the industry relations. Ton trusts that I can express well what Blender stands for, and I can have more easily certain types of conversations with people about getting support and getting them involved in the project.
I will be giving 2 hands-on classes. First one is about Flamenco, our render farm software. It's called Please Don't Write Your Own Render Farm, Customize Flamenco. How do you work with Flamenco, but also how do you make it do what you need for your particular use case? I have no idea who is going to be there in my class. It could be anybody, and that's quite exciting.
It works. Hi everybody. Today we're going to look at Flamenco, how it works, and how to customize it. Who has worked with Python? Oh, good, good. Who has used Python in Blender? Good.
No, things went well. Things went really well. Atmosphere was nice. Presentation went smoothly. I was really nervous up front about like making the time. We're starting the whole hands-on class and people are downloading stuff and running it, and at first it starts good, but then there's some people with problems. So it's starting to take a lot longer than I expect, which is fine because people were trying to run it, which is a good sign. And I could run around and help everybody, and in the end we got stuff running. But that took time, so I kind of got nervous about like how far can we get. Now I feel that I want something besides this thing.
When does this one end and the setup for the next one start? Do you know that?
This one's supposed to start at 2:15, and then it's scheduled to go until 3:45.
Right, but the one before, when does it? Because there's still.
The one before is already
it's
done.
done.
Yeah, you can go if you want. Yeah, sorry.
It's kind of also like a more generic just introduction to geometry nodes for people that haven't really used them. I'll have to see still a little bit like how that works with the time frame, because I can only explain things so well in a certain amount of time without dragging everything out. Like everything happened so fast. There was just no break. I'm glad that the presentation is done. And I mean, the next few days are still going to be quite stressful with everything going on, but it's going to be fun.
Over the years, I've seen this shift of people really becoming more conscious that, oh yeah, of course we know Blender.
It's always important to be visible. So if the booth wouldn't have happened, we might have done like a room or a meeting room.
You can also show the world, like, look, Blender is here, and we have nice things to show. And there is always a crowd of people hanging out there, looking at all the stuff that Blender has to offer.
So even attending, I think, is something valuable for us. Being there to be seen is important for a lot of people.
It takes a specific type of effort and a certain amount of resources to actually manifest yourself in a place like that, because it actually costs money, it takes logistics, it takes something to be visible there. And being able to pull that off and to make the statements, it shows something about the project, that it is something that goes beyond just, okay, we are online having fun and doing something, and whoever wants to get involved, they can, join our chat.
Striking the booth, we're getting it closed down.
Pure chaos.